Yes, guys, welcome to the Microwave Kicks. Happy new month to everybody who has joined me on this channel. For those who have been subscribing, for those who have been watching, supporting, thank you so much. Please always make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to hit the like button. It helps push this channel forward. It helps, make this channel more visible. So I appreciate everybody who has been watching me, who has been supporting. Yes, today we have some transfer stories we would like to talk about. And the first transfer stories today, first of all, I'd like to say a big congratulations to PSG for putting an incredible performance last night. That was an immense performance. So congratulations to PSG for winning the UEFA Champions League for the very first time. And let's talk about transfers, right? That's why we're here. The first transfer now I want to talk about is Victor Osimhen. Yesterday there was a report that came out from Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian, so I'm very, updated when it comes to Victor Osimhen transfers. It's from P Square. That's a one duo of a singer in Nigeria who is very close to Victor Osimhen. If you're a top A-list artist in Nigeria, there's every possibility that you're close to footballers in Nigeria. And his tweet reads, his dream, that's from P Square, said his dream team from his childhood has been Chelsea. I'm loving this football banter today. All right. Then there's another one that says, it says, dear Chelsea fans, last summer both Mikel Obi and I made an effort to secure the signing of Victor Osimhen for Chelsea, including engaging in a three-way call up to the transfer deadline, blah blah blah. He said he wants to reassure all Chelsea fans that the deal is still on. Another tweet from him says, I didn't say I single-handedly buy Victor Osimhen. Mikel Obi and I did enough to persuade Osimhen to be able to convince of joining Chelsea because of our closeness. Sorry about that. And I love for the club and will be trying again this summer. Man United fans, hope this be helpful. That was a little banter on Manchester United. Another tweet from Peter P Square is, Osimhen can never choose Manchester United over Chelsea. Last banter, you should have a lovely weekend. So what he's trying to say in essence is he's very close to Victor Osimhen, which is true. And the fact is Victor Osimhen would not want to go to a club that doesn't play top tier football, which is the Champions League. Chelsea right now are the price, like I usually say. And he's trying to make Chelsea fans understand the fact that the deal is not over, anything can still happen, and Victor Osimhen is still keen on joining Chelsea. I just hope the Chelsea owners will do the needful. I'm not going to talk too much on this particular story because I've done a whole Victor Osimhen story, on my page, so you can check that out and you can see how much I spoke about Victor Osimhen and his importance and how valuable he will be if he comes to Chelsea. So let's go to the next transfers as quick as possible. According to Ed Aarons, Chelsea are thought to be considering an attempt to bring Marc Guehi back to Stamford Bridge. Wow. If there's any piece of business I think Chelsea should do this summer is bringing in the very best of defenders. A defender that is, first of all, not an injury prone, because we are suffering from an injury prone defender right now, which is Fofana. So Chelsea need a real center backs who don't have an issue with injuries, who is good dominantly in the air, who is good, who has this, leadership quality, who understands what it means to be a very good defender. All right, that's what Chelsea needs this time around. And I think Chelsea wanting to bring back Marc Guehi is a good deal. If I would choose between Marc Guehi and Braithwaite, I would choose Braithwaite. Not because of just leadership qualities, but because Braithwaite has this area dominance. And if you look at the Chelsea squad as a whole, we don't have height. The Chelsea's players are... Do you understand what I mean? So I think if Chelsea is about to let two defenders leave, maybe Chalobah or maybe Fofana go on loan, or probably Desasi or Badashili, if Chelsea eventually lets two defenders leave, then bringing Marc Guehi and Braithwaite is a fantastic piece of business for me. I think these two will complement each other in the defense. I think Chelsea are trying to bring defenders that would understand the fact that it is not a guarantee you start. Everybody has a level playing field where everybody would, fight for the shirt. Understand what I'm saying? So bringing back Marc Guehi, remember he was a former Chelsea star. He was a former Chelsea starlet before who came from the Cobham Academy. So he understands the club. He understands how things are done in Chelsea. He understands the level of Chelsea. He understands the demand of Chelsea. In Crystal Palace, it has been a successful time in Crystal Palace. Before he left, Chelsea had, I think it was a 50% buyback clause or a first refusal clause on his deal. So Chelsea would definitely have like a percentage reduction in bringing him back. If he comes back, perfect. I think this guy is a very, very good defender. He has already played for England. He played in the Euros. So what do you expect? He's a very good player. I think it will be a very good deal if he comes back to Chelsea. That's if Chelsea allows two defenders leave. But if he's the primary target, I still believe in him. I still think he's a very good defender, and he will complement what Maresca is trying to do in terms of, leadership, in terms of positioning, in terms of how you can marshal the defense, how you can control the defense. I think it will be a very good deal. And also, he has already won a trophy for Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace hasn't won a trophy in a very long time. So him being in the core of those players that won a trophy, trust me, he deserves to be called back. Another story we're going to talk about today is the Garnacho story. Now, according to the guy that said Napoli are front runners, but Chelsea are monitoring Alandro Ganacho, who is expected to cost about 40 million this summer. Another tweet concerning Garnacho from that same head runs, it said Chelsea have been monitoring Alandro Ganacho's situation. I don't want to believe this is a real story. I don't want to believe Chelsea are seriously monitoring this guy. I'm not saying he's not a good player. Anything can happen. Manchester United does not have an environment for young players to thrive. If you understand what I'm saying, before Mason Mount went to Manchester United, you could know how good he was in Chelsea. But right now, Mason Mount is a shadow of himself with the injury problems and everything in Manchester United. Now let's talk about another player, the GOAT, the greatest player of all time, Anthony. He was a player that was below average at Manchester United. He hardly get goals and assists. But immediately he left to RB Leipzig, his game changed. Even if he lost against Chelsea, right, in the final of the Conference League, you could see that he has really impacted RB Leipzig this season. He has really shown what he's capable of doing in RB Leipzig this season. Let's talk about another player, Rashford. Rashford was in Manchester United this season and he was a shadow of himself. When Rashford went to Aston Villa, he played about 10 games thereabouts in the EPL, and you could see his impact. He had like 4 goals and assists. You understand? So I think the Manchester United, culture, the environment, it really does not help players. So this could be a 50-50 deal. This could be a big risk. All right. Look at what happened to Sancho in Manchester United. 0 came to Chelsea, at least maybe found his form again. I think Chelsea should not go for this transfer. It's too much of a risk. Instead of going for this, I think Chelsea should just keep Sancho as a backup winger. In as much as Chelsea will go for a very, very good winger this summer. I don't think Sancho fits the bill. Under Ter Stegen, it was good. It was better. But under this coach, under this system right now with Ruben Amorim, I don't think he fits the system. I don't think he fits the bill. He has the ego of Cristiano Ronaldo, but he plays like a low-level player. He doesn't fit what Chelsea need. Chelsea are a Champions League team. That is what I want you guys to understand. Like, Chelsea are a Champions League team. We need to go for Champions League quality. We need to go for players who would impact in Champions League. What will Garnacho give you against a Barcelona in Camp Nou? You understand what I'm saying? So I think Chelsea needs to go for players who would impact games. Garnacho is a young player. Chelsea yes, I understand. He has Premier League experience. I understand. But look at what Desiree Doué has done for PSG. Go for players who wants to prove. Go for players who are young, who are willing, who are hungry, who wants to show something. I don't go for players who will come with controversies. Because this guy, every time, is a player who has so much controversy in Manchester United. Is either he's upset that he's not playing games, or he's angry with it. Because something is just wrong with him. So I think he should just go to Napoli. I don't think he's a Chelsea quality. I don't think he should come to Chelsea. At this point, we are the prize. All right. So we don't need this kind of player in Chelsea. So we're moving on to the next story. According to Ed Eros, Chelsea have previously shown an interest in Benjamin Sesko and could get to try to involve if they miss out on other targets. So the reports we are getting right now from Stamford Bridge is Chelsea are not satisfied with just Delap. Chelsea are still going for, you know, a well-recognized number 9 again. So probably Delap could be like a backup because his price tag screams backup. All right, so Chelsea might actually go for a, you know, a target, a real number 9 who, you know, would actually have this, you know, competition with Delap. And Cesco is another player on the list. Cesco, I think Chelsea are interested in Cesco. Chelsea are interested in Goalkeeper, but I've not heard anything about Victor Osimhen. But Chelsea might still be doing an underground work with Victor Osimhen. Cesco coming to Chelsea would be a fantastic transfer. A 20-year-old or a 21-year-old player who has so much. He has the physique of Erling Haaland, who has an eye for goal, who is tall, who has a very good shot power, who understands, you know, this physicality of the Premier League. Yes, he plays in the German league, but he's built for the Premier League. You know, he has speed, he has pace, he knows how to, you know, play with his midfield and everything. It will be a good transfer. You know, Chelsea just has to go for someone else also, as we have gone for Delap. You know, whoever comes, either Sesco, Osimhen, or Gyökeres, I'm okay. I just wish Chelsea just go for the players that actually has an impact into the team. I don't want a bench on. I don't want somebody that will fight for this shirt. Sesco is inching closer to Arsenal. That is the deal. That is what I've heard in recent times or in recent days. So Arsenal are the front runners to Sesco. But if Chelsea go for him and Chelsea eventually gets him, why not? I'm open to the deal. The last story for today is not about the Chelsea news. It's about Barcelona. There's a problem happening right now in Camp Nou, in the goalkeeper situation. Barcelona are interested in the Espanyol goalkeeper. And during the season, Ter Stegen got injured. They brought in Szczesny. Szczesny did a fantastic job in, you know, Barcelona won the La Liga. Barcelona got to the semi-final of the Champions League. Barcelona won, you know, the domestic treble and all of that. Now, Ter Stegen came back and couldn't get game time as he should. Maybe because he's just coming back from injury. And he has been making mistakes ever since he got back. Now, the Barcelona hierarchy are planning to let him go. And he doesn't want to leave. He's the captain of the team. He has been there for so long. He doesn't want to go. According to Fabrizio Romano, it says Marc-André Ter Stegen announces he will not leave back at this summer. Joan Garcia deal, no one has spoken to me about this. It doesn't concern me too much. I know that I will be in Barcelona next year, Ter Stegen announces. For me, this situation has to change in principle. No one told me. I am very excited for next season. So he doesn't want to go. He knows that he's being pushed out. He knows that he's being forced out to go. But first of all, there's no offer from anywhere. And he doesn't want to leave. So the situation is a bit messy. I hope they find a solution to it, because this guy has actually paid his dues. He has been there for quite some time and he has done well. Anybody could have injury, but coming back from injury and wanting to secure your place, to secure your shirts is not an easy job. After Szczesny had a beautiful season with Barcelona. So I just think this issue should be, you know, solved and sorted out in Barcelona. Please share your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about Alandro Ganacho? What do you think about Guehi? Is Guehi the right player for Chelsea? What do you think about Cesco? What do you think about Garnacho? What do you think about the Victor Osimhen story I broke? And Ter Stegen as well. Please share your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button. Share this video. Until I come away again next time, I remain your boy Marc Guehi. Stay cool. Cheers.